Helena, Montana is one of our favorite cities to visit during the summer months when the yard and garage sales are at their most plentiful. Most weekends, the classifieds advertise more than 100 sales. My wife Pam is an excellent yard sale planner and navigator. But even with the best thought out planning, we find ourselves on the wrong road. Usually we end up disappointed and turning around. But once in a while we are pleasantly surprised with what we find before we turn around. Here's one of those wonderful finds. Two early Helena historic sites, Reader's Alley and Grizzly Gulch. I've not been able to find very much online about these two sites, but there are historic plaques. While searching in the wrong place for a yard sale, we were driving south on Helena's Last Chance Gulch and passed Reader's Alley. Didn't think much of it at the time. After all, we were looking for a sale. Determined as we were, and thinking we were on the right trail, we came to a fork in the road. Grizzly Gulch. Now that was an interesting name. So on we went, because there were old structures lining the road, and we love old structures. What does this have to do with Reader's Alley? Not much, because Reader's Alley did not register as being important at that time, but Grizzly Gulch did. Anyway, on a later trip to Helena and another visit to Grizzly Gulch, we decided to pay a visit to Reader's Alley. What an eye-opener that was. The Montana Heritage Commission has a good-sized website about Reader's Alley. The history and the present business make up the buildings. The first pictures are of the old Helena residents. Next is the complex. We walked all through the complex, taking pictures, reading the historical plaques, and discussing what it might have been like back in the day. We entered the alley from the Park Avenue entrance, walked up an incline to the end of the alley, which turned into a road. There's a switchback to the left at the top of the alley, which leads to more buildings, and the view is wonderful from that vantage point. According to the website, Reader's Alley was built by a Pennsylvania brick and stone mason by the name of Louis Reader. He built these bunkhouses for single miners that were digging in Last Chance Gulch. Reader's Alley is now home to a business community of shops and galleries, 2 restaurants and offices. Now, just south of Helena city limits are some old lime kilns, pictured here in Grizzly Gulch. One would think at first glance that these had something to do with ore mining. Well, that's what we thought when we came upon them while looking for a yard sale, but they are not. But they are a part of Helena's early history, not mining, but building. Early Helena structures were built of wood, until a series of fires destroyed parts of the city in the 1870s. Residents then took up building with more fire-resistant materials such as brick and mortar. Quicklime was needed, and the kilns were built to produce that material. Apparently, the Helena area was at one time, millions of years ago, an ocean floor where the sea fossils were deposited, thus creating limestone deposits which were readily mined by drilling and blasting. The kilns are made of wood poles, mortar, brick, and wire cable with openings at the top and base. Wood and limestone, layered, was fed into the top, and the resulting quicklime was shoveled into wood barrels from the bottom. The kilns are still owned by the McElvey family. Grizzly Gulch can be reached by driving south on Helena's Last Chance Gulch, just past Reader's Alley. It appears to be a favorite area for mountain biking as well. The above information is provided by the U.S. Forest Service website. The pictures were taken by my wife and me.